Hello everyone and welcome back again to Angela's Craft Room. Today I have this card for you using the very vintage stamp set from Stampin' Up. And here it is, just couldn't see it for a minute. So there it is there. So today we're going to be using the flower. We're going to do a little bit of texture with this one, the little bee, and we're also going to use the Dear Friend sentiment. So we'll get started straight away. So when I made this card, it was for a challenge, and I just thought it was a really good one to do a tutorial on because it's just a little bit different and has a little bit of layering and texture on it. So we'll get started. So I'm going to go with the same colours. So I've got a piece of Merry Merlot, and it's 11 inches long by 4 1/4 inches wide and scored at 5 1/2. Now I know the ladies and gents that normally watch me, I normally go 4 1/8 of an inch wide, but this time I'm going 4 1/4 because I have to fit my framelits onto this card. Okay, so that's what you'll need, and you'll also need two very vanilla pieces, and they measure 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, so we need 2 pieces of these. So I've got everything set up to save time with my Stamparatus, my beautiful Stamparatus. So I might just zoom out a little bit. Okay. So as those that normally watch me know that I like to have a stamp pad underneath the plates at both sides, because I'm going to be using the plates coming over this way and also coming in. And that's the great thing about the Stamparatus, because you get 2 of these hinge plates, and you can use both sides of them, because you can just pull that out, that you'll see me do through the video. And so you've really got 4 platforms, which is absolutely awesome. So I'm going to take my piece of Very Vanilla. Now the first thing that you have to do, the framelits I'm using are the Stitch Season framelits, but you can use any layering framelits that you may have on hand. With Stampin' Up, you might have the ovals, the squares, the circles, the stitch shapes framelits. There's just so many. So whatever you've got, you need 3, and that's going to just keep hitting my magnet because it's super strong. Might just take it off. I just want to show you what you need to do, because I've got my stamps already ready to go on the Stamparatus. So we're just going to put that one there, and you're going to put, literally just layer them on, and you can see why I went 4 1/4 inches wide, because I needed the extra little bit to fit the framelits on. So the ideal of me doing this first is so you can see where you want to place your sentiment. So I've already got mine, so it's sitting right up there at the inside, so I know it's going to fit. When I cut it through the big shot, it's going to fit through there. Okay, and then it really doesn't matter with the other stamping, doesn't matter as much, because all I did was I mounted the big flower so it was down in this left hand side corner, and then you'll see how I did my bee as well. So first off, I've just got a generic black ink pad because it's a very little stamp, and I just want to stamp my message there. And then I'm going to take Merry Merlot and I'm just going to stamp up, I'm just stamping up the flower. So I got a bit on the edge there, so I'm just going to turn that so I can just press down a bit better. So the great thing with the Stamparatus is that you can restamp if you don't get a deep enough colour. The good thing about the Stamparatus, it's very similar to the Misty, but the thing with the Stamparatus, you do have those extra platforms, and that's what I really love about it. You could make multiple cards this way. So I just need to move my magnet and just stamp down my flower in that corner. Now I might just restamp that because I would like a little bit deeper colour. So just bear with me because it's going to be worth it, because it's a real wow card and I just love it. So we've got that, and then we're going to just lift our Stamparatus plate, turn it around, put it in, and I'll just wipe off the excess of that stamp so it doesn't stain my case when I put it down. And I've got the little bumblebee there. It's just a bit hard with the 4 plates to see everything. So you can see I've got the little bumblebee there, and I'm just going to take the Sahara sand and I'm just going to tap, 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 because I don't want exactly what happened then. It may not have transferred to the card, but it's really not worth taking the risk. And just okay, and that's all there is to it. So you need to do that twice. So I did one before coming on camera, so I've got 2. Okay, so then we're going to get rid of the Stamparatus. Out of the way. Rid of that. Rid of that. Now, this is what you need to do for both pieces of these. Oh, I nearly forgot one step. One step I want to do is just grab my texture stamp that's on a block, and I just want the Sahara sand, and I'm just going to tap, tap, tap into that. And I should have got a scrap piece of paper. I'm sorry about that. I know it's really annoying when you're watching videos and people they'd forgotten something. So I'm going to stamp off. Just pop that on my scrap piece of paper. So that would be too dark, so we just want a bit of texture on it. And you can see I'm not worried if I stamp over the images like the flowers And the bees, I'm really not worried because this is all going to be cut out. It's just adding that bit of texture. Like that. Okay, that's as easy as it is. So we'll close up that Sahara sand. So we don't need that scrap now. So then you've got one piece that's got texture stamped over it and one piece that is clean. So what we need to do now is I'll just pop it on here. So all you do is you just pop that on there like that. Then just place them where you want them. I'm not being too fussy because I've pre-cut it for the video. I'm just showing you what you do. And then I use my magnetic platform and I just pop that straight through my Big Shot, and I do exactly the same with this piece too. So we'll have textured pieces and we'll have clean, very vanilla piece. Okay, so that's that. That's pretty easy. So then, once you've put it through the Big Shot, you're going to have all these pieces. Okay, so this is the clean, very vanilla, and then I've got exactly the same in the textured look. So now we've just got to put our card together. So I'm bringing that back in. So the first piece is this large piece, and I've got texture around here, so I've chosen to use that as my first step. But just hang with me. You will want to see this. And this is my first video that I'm doing with this, my tempered glass, and it is awesome, especially when I'm sponging. Oh, it's just awesome. I'll have to do that in a future video. So just pop that down, that's your first one. Then you take your next size, which I've chosen to go plain. So this is my plain piece that I cut out. This is the textured piece, and I've just popped on the back some mini dimensionals from Stampin' Up, and you just want to line up that flower. Not quite lined up, which is annoying. So that's going to sit up as your next layer. Okay, so now the next layer, I'm going to take a piece from my textured stamp that I did, and I'm going to glue that one in. Don't you think it's an awesome card? I do. I think it's just absolutely. But using the Stamparatus, you could make so many of these. You could change up your colours. That's the good thing about using the Tombow glue. You can get it under there and you can see how it's lining up in this corner with the flower. And then my very last piece, I've chosen the clean, very vanilla piece, and I've just put the normal stamping dimensionals on the back, and we just need to pop that on there. Now if you haven't got a demonstrator and you live in Australia, I would love to hear from you. A new feature on my YouTube channel is on my banner at the top right hand corner is the letter S. Click on that and that will take you directly to my store, and in the top right hand corner will be my name, my email address and my phone number. So please don't hesitate to reach out. If I can help you at all, I would be more than happy to. So there, that's how easy that card is. So I hope you enjoyed that technique tutorial, and until next time, happy crafting!